Welcome back to the channel. I am back out at my favorite hunting spot. I've got a couple of tasks to do today. First thing I want to do is install a new cellular camera that I received from VooPeak. It comes with a solar panel as well, and a mount. There's the mount. This particular camera was sent to me by VooPeak. They want me to do a little review on it, check it out, run a trial, and give them some feedback. It is a cellular camera, 4G capable. It has an internal 7,000 milliamp battery, if I'm not mistaken. It takes still pictures and video, and what's unique about this particular camera is that it does live streaming. So I will be setting it up in an area where I tend to have a lot of activity, so that I can really test out this camera in terms of live streaming and hopefully get quite a few pictures and videos to see the quality of those pictures and video. So this is a TC-35 by VooPeak. So that's what I'll be doing, setting that up. Then at the same time, while I'm out there, I'm going to go to one of my SpyPoint cameras. The SD card, for some reason, not inserted properly. It's been taking pictures and not taking pictures. I've been getting warnings that the SD card's not inserted properly. So I'm going to insert that SD card properly, and it needs fresh batteries as well. And then after that, maybe I'll take a walk around and check the other 9 cameras just to make sure they're okay. And the reason I say to make sure they're okay is I have 2 bear families here. I've confirmed that now. I've got them on camera. There are 2 mother black bears. Each of them have 2 cubs. One of the mothers has a cinnamon cub and a black cub, and the other mother has 2 black cubs. And that's how I was able to confirm that it's 2 families, not 1, because the cubs are different. For that reason, I am carrying a shotgun with me today. This is a Dagger SAP 6 12 gauge shotgun. It has a 12-inch barrel on here, magazine fed. The ammunition I have in here is wildlife control ammunition, so hard plastic slugs. And really, I'll only use this as a last resort to deter one of the mother bears if she decides to come after me, and I can't deter her in another way. Give her a warning shot, and then the second shot I will make sure one of these slugs hits her in the body, and hopefully she'll turn around and just go deal with her cubs and move away from me. So last resort. I do carry some live slugs with me as well. Again, that's truly the last resort. If I had to use those shells, I would. But that's not my intent. My intent is to stay clear of the bears. If I see them, great. Maybe I get some nice pictures of them. But definitely I'll make sure that they know I'm around so that they hopefully stay away from me. All right, I'm going to finish off my coffee and my last homemade muffin, thanks to my lovely wife Charlene. And then I will make my way off into the bush, and I will check in with you once I get into the location. All right, talk to you later. Well, arrived at my tree stand, and this is where I normally come to drop off my gear and so forth, and then I head into the bush. So whatever I'm not going to take with me, I'll leave here. I don't have to go too far to set up the VooPeak cellular camera, only about 100 meters or so, and the spy point camera flex that I'm going to have a look at and reinsert the SD card is only another 20 meters away from where I intend to set up the VooPeak camera. What I'm doing now is I'm hooking up a power bank to this solar panel power bank, as it's not fully charged. We haven't had a lot of sun lately, so I'm going to plug this in to charge it while I'm out setting up the VooPeak cellular camera. So I'll let this charge up for a while. There we go. I prepped the tree for the VooPeak cellular camera, and as I said, this particular camera has the capability to do live streaming, in addition to taking photos and videos. The cellular camera is all hooked up here to the solar panel. I'll give you a look at the solar panel in a moment, but it's right above the camera, and the cable from the solar panel hooks in here to the bottom of the camera, and it's attached to the actual part of the camera that swings out. So it is pointed in the right direction, which is good. And the solar panel cable is plugged in. So we're almost set to go. There's the solar panel right there, and the camera is right down below. All right, the trail camera is all set up. I did a couple of tests. I went live stream, and then from there, in the live stream mode, I took an on-demand photo and on-demand video. It worked. Everything seemed to be successful. So now I'm really excited to see how this camera performs. All right, that SD card, a new SD card is inserted, and it should be in there properly now. I don't know quite why I was having the problem with this particular SD card. Just wasn't inserted properly, I guess, at the start. And I'm going to put fresh batteries in as well. There we go. So this one is set to go. Turn it on. Go Going through its startup mode, fresh set of batteries. It says full charge, perfect. Let's get this closed up. There's sap on everything from this tree. I think I brought some towelettes or something back in my backpack as my hands are sticky. Should have worn some rubber gloves. There we go, all set. So here's what I call a licking stick. I've got the stick hanging here. Last time, because some branches broke, it was hanging down rather low. I think I put it up a little too high, but the deer love to come here, especially the bucks, and play around with it with their antlers. I've got some pictures of elk as well, so I'm going to readjust that, bring that down a little lower, because I think it's just a little too high for any of the deer. Definitely not the elk, but definitely too high for the deer. There we go. They even got some deer fur down here. I'll show that to you. So they love to stand here and play around with this stick. It's pretty neat to see. All right, there we go. There's the stick hanging, and right below it, there's some deer fur right there. They love to stand here and play around with that stick. As I've mentioned in some previous videos, this camera is pointed at that licking stick that I've got hanging there. Batteries are good, and I just swapped out the SD card. Let's lock this thing up. I was using the heavier, thicker cable locks. I've switched to these thinner ones now, as in the winter time, much easier to open and these cable locks and to get them out of the camera here, out of the rings in the back. The bigger ones are so stiff, they're frozen. So I've switched pretty much to these smaller cables now. All right, our camera is set. I thought I'd have a quick look around here, see if I get lucky and find a shed, an antler or two here. I have found them here before, and deer do come through here a lot. Had no luck this year, other than that one shed, small one I found. I have not found another
You can probably hear the train in the background. That tends to be the only thing that breaks the stillness out here. About a mile and a half away, there's railroad track. Let's try down here. Maybe find something here. Deer fur. That deer fur's been there a while. Well-used trail. Quite a few of them out here. Sure would be nice to find one nice large antler. Nice shed here, but just no luck. Oh, I can see some old dead trees, some more have fallen down in here. Some more deer fur here. That looks like that's pretty fresh. That hasn't been here a while. Gotta look hard because those antlers tend to blend right in with the sticks and everything else that are on the ground, unless they've been bleached and they stick out like a sore thumb. I'll try it right outside here, outside the bush here. There's a small clearing. Let's see. This maybe have another look. Some of the trails are getting blocked because of the fallen trees. I'd normally be able to walk through there, but not this time. A piece of bone of some sort. Probably from a deer, I'm sure. Maybe we do have gray wolves out here. So I see another large bone over there. So maybe you can just make it out there. It's white. That's a bone. Actually, there's two bones there. All right, I better get back to my gear by that last camera. Collect it up and make my way back to my tree stand. And I think I'll have a coffee while I'm there. Got to remain hopeful that I might just find a nice shed at some point. Okay, almost back to my gear. There it is. All right, I'll check back in with you when I get back to the tree stand. Made it back to the tree stand. Unfortunately, did not see a single shed on the way back here. Glad I got that VooPeak cellular camera set up. Whoops, let's make sure that stays back. And that spy point camera sorted out, fresh batteries, and got the SD card inserted properly. I also just removed the power bank off of my Stealth Revolver 360, which is just in front of me about 15 meters. So the Good Day power bank did the trick. It charged up the power pack of the solar panel that's connected to my Stealth Revolver 360. So that is good news. Now I've got another Stealth 360 in through the woods back there. There's a nice trail that comes in here behind that Revolver 360 and then moves right in through this copse of woods here. That Revolver 360 back here in that small copse of woods, as I said, is directly behind 360. I've got to my front about 15 meters, so it's back in there probably 20 or so meters, and there's 3 trails in there, and the deer go through there quite a bit. They come in, I catch them as they come by the front of the Stealth 360 here. Zone 6 picks the deer up as they enter this trail here, and then that 360 now in there gets them as well. So I get a lot of nice pictures. Of course, I'm waiting for the bucks to come through. Right now I'm getting a lot of doe with their yearlings, and I would imagine that soon I should be getting some doe with fawns coming through here. Last year I got some really nice photos of some fawns and video. Really nice with their spots and everything, and they were super close to the camera, so really nice, good resolution. Overcast day today. Part of the reason is we've got some serious forest fires to our north here in Manitoba. A number of areas are being evacuated, such as in the area of Flin Flon. I think Flin Flon, in fact, has been evacuated, and there's a few other areas as well. Really sad, of course, and hopefully those people don't lose their homes. Hopefully the water bombers and fire crews and so forth can get in there and either break the fire, you know, stop it from getting too close to the towns, or put them out altogether, at least in the area of the towns. So part of the overcast is the smoke. I can smell the smoke a little bit in the air, not as bad as a few days ago. But also it's sort of nice to have that break, to have this overcast, smoky type of cover right now. Makes it easier for me out here, especially hauling all this gear, not having that sun beat down on me. All right, I think I'm gonna dig out a snack out of my pack and have that with my coffee, and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. I got a couple more hours out here, so I'll decide in the next few minutes just what I'm going to do. I will check in with you later. One of the most useful pieces of gear that I have found when I'm out in the field, either hiking, camping, or hunting, is a multi-tool. And Beeberry sent me this multi-tool to review, and I've been using it now for the past 35 days, wearing it every single day. Any job that I could think of, I would use this tool. So it comes in a very nice case with a belt loop back here. You don't have to remove your belt to take the case off. It has 3 pouches. There's one pouch on the front which holds a series of screwdriver bits.
a pouch on the side here which holds a spare set of wire cutter teeth along with an Allen key to help you install the new wire cutter teeth. And on this side, this pouch holds 2 scalpels. One of the scalpels is in a sterile bag and a saw blade, and I'll explain the saw blade in a minute. So here's the B-Berry multi-tool that they sent me. Very, very nice. It's a full size. Feels really nice in the hand. Full size multi-tool. It has on this side here, here's that screwdriver, and that's where all the bits, those extra bits I was talking about, which is on the front here, front pouch. Pull them out. There you can see all the bits. Put it back into the pouch, so I don't want to lose them. This locks into place. There is a locking lever right there. You press, and then you can close it back into place. Now, what's unique about this particular multi-tool is, as I said, B-Berry provides you with a spare wire cutter teeth here, which you see the screws. Just remove those screws, take out the old ones, the old wire cutter teeth, and put the new ones in. So once these wear down, you've got a new set you can place in there. The other thing that's unique about this particular multi-tool is this right here. So this is the file, right? Well, you can remove this file and put a scalpel in here or a saw. That saw is right here in the side pouch along with the scalpel. There's a scalpel and there's a saw. And all you do to remove the file is you pull up on this piece here, opens up like that. There it is, saw blade. Place it into the multi-tool. Now put the locking lever back into place, and now you've got the saw. And you can do the same thing with the 2 scalpels. So that is a really nice feature. To put the file back, you just unlock it, take the file, place it back in there, lock it into place, and it is back in the multi-tool. Now this multi-tool has all the tools that you would expect a multi-tool to have. There's serrated blade, and it locks into place, and there's the locking mechanism. You press it and it folds back in. You've got the regular knife. You also have a large pair of scissors, which are very sharp, by the way. I'm very impressed with that. The tools here are extremely handy. It has so many tools here. Let me get them all out for you. You can see these all there. The B-Berry multi-tool is an extremely nice tool. I'm very satisfied with it, and this will be on my belt every time I come out camping, hunting, or hiking. I get all dressed up again. I'm still finishing off my coffee, but I've got my binos on, my shotguns on, my belt with my canteens and my knife, survival knife, only because I heard more noise in the bush, and I'm a little worried that it might be one of the mother bears with her 2 cubs. So I'm trying to be as alert as possible and listening and watching out. I haven't heard any more noise in the bush. There's a good 100 yards between me and the bush to my front, but not here to the side. It's almost connected, this small copse of woods, to the main bush. So anyhow, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get my rucksack on my back and make my way back to the truck. I will be reviewing that VooPeak cellular trail camera later on next month. So I'm testing it out for the next 20-30 days, see how it works and so forth, and then I'll put out a review video on that. And when I come out here the next time, I'll be doing a quick visit to that camera, so that'll be in part of that the next video. So in the meantime, get out, do something, enjoy the outdoors. Take care, until next time.